Well, that's awkward. I said good morning, several times. Hello, Panda. Thank you for coming in and joining us once again. And good morning to you, Sunwell, as well. I did say thank you for taking care of my dear sweet Haruko. Alright, so we did miss this because I logged into him, but that is alright. Lady Leadrin just says that we must come and help the Sunwell. That is good to hear. Unfortunately, the other day I had muted my mic for some reason, and I did not unmute it, I guess, before we were done, which I'm not really sure how that happened or why, but I guess for the first, like, several weeks, I was doing a mic test before I went live, and then for many, many weeks after the first month or so, they were always perfect, so I stopped doing it before I went live, and now I think this might be, like, the third stream in a row that I have had some kind of issue right at the start. I will turn it down for you. I've had some kind of issue right at the start with audio, so I probably should go back to doing those mic tests. Thank you for the notice on the music, Sunvale. I have adjusted the sound levels. Please let me know if they are still incorrect. Oh. Well, you're not Lady Leadrin. You were probably telling me about the Outland.
Caught a good wind stream lately.
Yes.
How fare the winds today?
Well, where's Leadrin? Of course, by the cathedral. That makes sense. I could still be a bit louder, and the game could be a little quieter. Okay. Let me see what's up. Looks like the mic was maybe turned down just a tiny bit. Did that help a little bit? This is the most trouble we have had with the audio, I think, in a while. Didn't make too much of a difference. Interesting. I wonder what has changed. Alright. Did I turn it down too much there? Good morning. Welcome to troubleshooting, I guess. Not really perceiving any differences to what is happening. That's very weird. That is weird. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Okay. Let's do it like this. I think that should be helping quite a bit at this point. I was changing just the settings for WoW, but I have changed the master audio. You know, Songvale, can you let Panda know that this is not usually how this is? Usually, I'm able to get it all in hand much faster and much quicker. But, good enough. Alright, well let us move on to some story here. Midnight does have ever more voice acting, so there is less and less call for me to read quests, but I will still, especially in this intro sequence, but I will still read any that are not voiced for all of y'all. Thank you, Songvale, for supporting me.
Anaria Shala.
Xalatath and her devouring host have attacked the Sunwell on the Isle of Quel'Danas. The light has called on you for help, Entrin. What happened at the Sunwell?
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Leadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Little elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us. The Sunwell will not fall!
Not while we draw breath.
And with that, we are into midnight. Just kidding. They didn't teleport us to the Sunwell. I thought they would at the end of that.
I am the blade of the light. Pleasantries can wait.
I'm glad that you came, Entrin. We need your help urgently.
I answer to the light.
Entrin, you have been chosen. Zalatat's army of the Void has descended upon the Sunwell. We have put our faith in the light, and in turn, the light has called upon the greatest champions of Azeroth. Answer this summons, and stand against the devouring host. The fate of Quel'Danas and the world rests in your hands.
Even with reinforcements, we cannot hold back the devouring host for long. Make haste, champion.
All right, and we're into it.
Aldiel Shala.
Sunwell says she really feels like being at the end of the Sunwell at the end of that cinematic would make sense. Yeah, because I feel like otherwise the quest text does imply that, like, the champion or the player character is part of the forces that are summoned.
Evacuating the civilians must take priority.
No, we need to focus on launching a counterattack.
I am the blade of the light.
I called upon the light, and you have answered my prayers. Truly, its radiance has guided you here.
Pleasantries can wait.
The light has called you, Entrin. The light has called you, Entrin. Our hope rests in the champions of Azeroth and the vanguard of the light.
I answer to the
Your
light.
arrival has reignited hope. We have pushed Zalatath's forces away from the Sunwell, yet they still infest the Isle of Quel'Danas and appear to be massing for another attack as they prey upon the Sin'dorei. We must join up with the vanguard of the light.
Shorel Aram.
We prayed for a miracle, and the vanguard of light answered the call. But the battle yet rages on.
I feel like Sunwell asks how Entrin feels about being called by the light. I feel like he thinks it's kind of ironic, but he's fine with it. But definitely this is ironic.
The devouring host will overwhelm us.
Like, in terms of the laws of Quel'Danas, I am not allowed to be here right now at all. I'm not even supposed to be, so we are up here, and this is like the place I am ultra not allowed to be. We're not even allowed to be like down here. So you can see, you know, I'm not supposed to be here and I'm up here. I was down here. I mean, I'm breaking a lot of rules right now.
Anaria Shalal.
We must use this miraculous event to turn the tide against chaos. We must not falter.
Pleasantries can wait.
Lorthamar has formed a rally point at Sunstrider Rise, while the civilians there are evacuated to Silvermoon, but the forces of the Vanguard of Light are scattered throughout the battlefield. We need to fight as one to defeat this host. Together, we can defeat Zalatath and save the Sunwell.
Remain vigilant.
Indeed, Sunwell, just void elf things.
Anaria Shalal.
We prayed for aid, and the Sunwell responded. Now, we must prove we are worthy of it.
Shorel Aram.
Zalatath has underestimated the resolve of the Vanguard of Light and the Sin'dorei. We will not fall today, but win a decisive victory against the Void.
Another of the Light's chosen champions.
We have stopped the devouring host's initial attack. This battle will not be won if we go on the defensive, not even to safeguard the innocence of Quel'Danas.
There is no darkness that will not flee before
Focus on culling the Void Front. Without their invading force, the devouring host cannot maintain a foothold. We will rally at Sunstrider Rise when ready.
Do not let this evil shake your resolve.
One moment, Entrin. I have a personal matter. I would like you to find my son, Erethdor. He is a member of the Silver Hand, an accomplished paladin. I know he must have been called. His faith is strong. The Light would want him here, fighting against Zalatath.
The Void has no place. Champion, find Erethdor. I will rally the Vanguard and prepare an assault.
So as Songville has
Some
pointed...
must remain to guard the Sunwell. If it falls, all is lost.
Songville has previously pointed out to me the hypocrisy of that. So Turalian is set up as this, you know, only the war matters type of guy, and even says like, oh, we can't spend the time to save civilians, and yet we have a quest right from the get-go asking us to provide special protection for his son. I did notice they took the hunt away from Runethei. I only get to enjoy it now on this Void Elf Demon Hunter. It is kind of a thing that, like, with the big story-heavy moment, I'm already feeling myself being like, oh, I should just be quiet and let the story sell itself. Wow, we've already got Harnir up here doing this. Well done,
The light
Lois.
will shield the land of my ancestors.
Oh my goodness, look at my wings.
We need to move the wounded.
By the sacred flame, we were almost overwhelmed by the devouring host. I was able to hold back the tide of darkness so that Anduin could heal the injured. I am glad to see that the others were called to the defense of this sacred place. What can I do to help? The vanguard rallies at Sunstrider Rise.
Be strong, my friend.
Go join the Vanguard, Farron. I'll escort everyone to the Sunwell.
I didn't realize that her name was Farron and not Farron. Interesting. Sunwell says, I feel like your wings would be getting burned by that. I mean, I feel like my entire body would be getting burned by that. It's not a great place for a Void Elf to be hanging out. Yeah, I did too.
I do not have a target.
Go figure, you learn something new every day. What has been your favorite part of Midnight so far, Longo? Was it Magister's Terrace? Just getting to decide that the rules don't apply to you and you can do whatever you want in Magister's Terrace? Songo says no. No.
I need to target something first.
Healing folks. Songo says she doesn't know what her favorite part is. I feel like my opinion of this expansion is strange because I'm genuinely really enjoying it, but there's not like one incredible standout like elation moment. It just feels good. Fungal says that she has enjoyed getting to do the Blood Elf stuff, and she enjoys Haranir a lot more than you expected. Really? Because I feel like you were really looking forward to them to begin with. I remember you talking about them quite a bit. And she also agrees that it is just a very good package of stuff. Yeah. Alright, we gotta go up on top of the bridge, I think. I do hope Panda was successful in, being able to fix her pen. Songwell said that she didn't expect to want to play or roleplay an actual Haranir. Oh, right. You were just excited because they were an opportunity to kind of have like a Blood Elf Druid, right?
Too far away.
Oh, good, Panda.
Foul spawn of the void! Prepare to meet your end!
It just writes super diluted now, which you should have expected. Oh. Will it get better? You said it was... Oh, it's a fountain pen, though. For some reason, I thought you were using a dip pen, but you did specifically say fountain. Sungo said that she was always assuming she'd just play Haranir Eledris Druid and maybe Haranir Duskharbour. I feel like the Haranir are like chunkier than I think of Duskharbour as being. But I can see where they give you like a more Night Elf option on board. Panda says she hopes her pen's gonna get better. Yeah, I hope so too. Sungo says, yeah, unfortunately the ears are good, but they are bricks. Let us recruit this light demon.
Shamar.
Entering, I see the light has called not just its followers, but the champions of Azeroth. I had thought myself surrounded and outnumbered, but with you here, we may press the attack.
The Vanguard rallies at Sunstrider Rise.
Careful of the Void's tricks. The High Exarch calls us to glory or death.
So Lothraxian did not really acknowledge that I'm a Void Elf. Sunwell confirms that Duskharbour is a lot slimmer or lankier than Haranir model is, and Eledris is a lot less brick-like. Yeah. Oh well. Like also, it's odd that he didn't try to murderize me or anything. Yeah, I would have thought he at least would have, like, commented. But I guess that might have been the hard thing about this idea with the Void Elves being here. You know, maybe they felt like it wasn't worth it to have all the dialogue rewritten for this race. Although I guess I don't know how popular Void Elves are. I would have assumed that, especially after they added all the High Elf customization options and you can get rid of the tentacles and stuff, I would have thought that Void Elves would be a significantly played race also, but I don't know. I did feel like when I was going through the Amani area that the fact that I was a Blood Elf was usually acknowledged. Sunwell says Void Elves are pretty popular on roleplay servers, but usually as High Elves, but she doesn't know.
That accursed blade.
But she doesn't know about non-roleplay servers.
Light bless you, friend.
Oh, I just realized I'm not reading out loud.
Will haunt you.
Good to see you, Entrin. The light burns brighter among all this darkness and void, doesn't it? I always feel the pain of it on my undead skin, but the devouring host is more susceptible to its wrath than I am. The Vanguard rallies at Sunstrider Rise.
Let your inner fires burn bright, my brethren. We are called to assault the void.
Sunwell, if you could please assist me in the banning of spam. Sunwell says there's like 5,000 Void Elves on Moonguard, but who knows about Tichondrius? Yeah. Yep, that makes sense to me.
Champion, over here. Let's do some good.
I was overcome, not by the void, but by the light itself. I couldn't see, and I unleashed a power. Felt like a fire. My apologies, Entrin. The feeling has passed. We need to do what we can to aid the people of Silvermoon. What happened to you?
You can feel it, can't you, Arator? Son of Turalian. Something is amiss. One so confident in the light you wield. Have your eyes finally been opened? You fight with such conviction, but your light will betray you. In your darkest moment, when you need it most, your light will turn to wrath! And all you'll be left with is ashes. So tell me, Arator, son of Valeria. Can you feel it?
I did find it quite funny the first time I did this that it gave me the logo again.
Still not sure what happened in that moment. But I'll have to worry about it later. We have lives to save.
Lungo says when she first did this, Arator had none of that pre-dialogue, so the question, what happened to you, followed by the cinematics, felt deeply random. I was gonna say, like, do you think that was like an alternate, like, launch cinematic? But I don't think so. They did used to do a couple different shorts. Like, I remember they happened during Squad, I think, maybe Legion, but they had some of those like highly detailed cinematics. Or was it Legion or BFA? But yeah. Is the burned building anywhere around here? I'm guessing it was probably either supposed to be here or up there. We can go look for it. Go see if we can find it. This is Void. Big Void Dragon. Like, I could see it being up here. Here's some blood. This does seem very bad. Oh, okay.
The light has brought you back to us. Careful not to stray too far into the void.
You know, sometimes that's the thing you gotta tell a Voido. I'm guessing it's not depicted in somewhere that we can access for right now. Although I do feel like that's the kind of thing where, like, when we do like the Sunwell raid, we might find it.
Barkanon Poros.
Sunwell says Void Elves don't listen when you tell them that. That's the problem. Look, do you want my help or not? Sunwell says it just provokes them to break into Mattress Terrace and beat people up. Yeah, the premise of that dungeon was crazy. It was better when I realized we weren't killing anybody, but wow.
Ready to fight the fight?
We must rally the Vanguard.
At best, let's find the rest of the Vanguard. The High Exarch hates to be disappointed.
Alright, and we got one more Voidwalker down, and we will be good to go. Songwell says, no, or Songwell says, if I say, no, I don't want your help, you'll just go steal a Void Relic and unleash Void Spawn all over the place. In fairness, somebody did say they wanted the help. But it kind of reminds me of, like, somebody who has, like, one parent that always says yes and one parent that always says no. Or, like, parents who have different opinions and don't talk to each other. So, like, you know, they'll ask mom, can I do this? And mom will be like, no. And then they'll go find dad and they'll ask dad and be like, can I do this? And dad says yes. And then they go and do it. And then later mom's really angry and it's like, what the heck? I said no. And then the kid's like, well, I asked dad and dad said yes, so then I went.
We must strike back while we have the chance. Vanguard is here.
No, I will not leave my people undefended.
The Void has come for Azeroth.
Xalatath has underestimated the resolve of the Vanguard of Light and the Sindori. We will not fall today, but win a decisive victory against the Void.
Light aging.
Excellent work, Entrin. Their numbers dwindle as ours grow. The Light truly has brought hope to this battlefield.
I can't do Turalian's voice. Like, I should spend time off stream, like, trying to mimic these people's voices and just become the most versatile voice actor ever. Haste Mastery, Critical Strike Mastery. What is the mastery for Devour? Let's see. Monster Within. Flat damage boost. Ooh, Mastery actually seems desirable.
Be the light the darkness fears.
It's good advice.
There is no darkness that will not flee before the light.
You found him?
Thank the light. We can't afford distractions. I need Eretor here with the assembled forces,
fully focused on the assault against Xalatath.
Well, it's because it divides your attention when you want to care about your son but are too obsessed with Zealotry. Songwell says Romas should slap everybody involved with the Magister's Terror situation. Fair enough. Songwell also says, I think probably the trick with Turalian's voice would be to match his pacing and diction rather than trying to match the voice itself. Yeah, that's fair. I will try to do that more.
Do not let this evil shake your resolve.
With perseverance, strength.
We must shepherd as many as possible to the safety of Silvermoon. I need your help, Entrin.
eternal sun still rises.
Thank you, Entrin. With this force, we can protect the survivors and escort them to the boats.
Aldiel Shalal.
Vanguard of the Light! We make our stand at the gate. For Azeroth! For the light!
Eretor, wait! I must escort these civilians to the docks and get them to safety. There are still many unaccounted for. We cannot abandon them to the void.
Of course, Lorthamar. We'll do everything in our power to safeguard them. Surely the High Exarch can spare us for a moment to save some lives.
The High Exarch probably doesn't want me there. I'm a void elf.
Our strength lies in our people.
We have made many sacrifices.
What just happened between you and Terralion?
We shall not falter.
Oh. You know, I made the same mistake when I was playing through this the first time. I thought he was gonna, like, explain more context, but I just replaced that cutscene.
Baladash, Malanore. I proudly serve as
Terralion
Regent-
is thinking like a battlefield captain and not like a leader. My people, the Sindorai, have suffered much in these past few wars. How many must die in the name of his victory? Please, Entrin, rescue any citizens you can and help guide them safely to the boats at the Silver Landing. Every life saved is a victory for the Blood Elves.
What I do for Quel'Thalas.
Sunwell said that she watched it twice because she couldn't believe it was just going to be the same cutscene again.
We must rescue the civilians and get them to the ships, yet the path to the docks is barred by a vile, hungering creature. If we are to save my people, then we need to clear an evacuation path. We cannot leave them to fend for themselves.
Come on, champion. Let's clear a path for the survivors.
Alright.
What do we need to do?
Clear a path for the survivors.
By the light, suffer no more.
I am struggling a little bit. When we first did this, it was, in a fairly dim room, and I have morning light coming in through my window right now, so the screen is a tiny bit hard to see. These nightmares are everywhere. I don't think I can make it. Eretor and I will see you safely to the boats.
Hold your head high.
I feared I would miss the boats. Thank you, Entrin. The Sungo says, the sun has arrived to help me defeat the darkness. Yep.
I'm out of range.
That's a good way of looking at it, but it's hard to see in the dark.
Too far away.
I have to admit, I am really enjoying Devour Demon Hunter. I haven't played this character since last Thursday, but then I was like, oh, maybe I'm not as obsessed anymore, but playing this right now, this is fun. I just love all the blue and the white glowing. I don't know, it makes it seem like the darkness itself is glowing in a way that seems like it should not be possible.
Let the light heal your wounds.
Sunwell says, this is the era in which the void plagues me. I mean, maybe I'm a plague using the void on evil. I am a plague on evil, friend.
I need to target something first.
Sunwell says, that's just what a void elf would say. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, friend, but here's where we're at today. We are the void elf. And we're doing good.
Yes. Remember
we're seeing
the
civilians
Sunwell.
onto a boat. We did miss some civilians, so I'm going back to
Baladash Malinori.
make sure that they know they can run for the boats now. Although, admittedly, I haven't cleared the whole path, so they should probably stop before they encounter more void walkers, but here we are.
Allow the light to be your guide.
I require a target.
Are you trying to convert me? Void Elvery is working out really good for me, actually.
The holy light will ease your pain.
It actually will probably hurt the frick out of me, at least for a while. The brainworm creature over there is truly one of the worst things the game has to offer visually. I hate it, you know?
Done. The way is clear.
We do have to go save
I need to
more
target
citizens,
something
though.
first.
Elvery is a great word. I almost remember saying that word. How did I use the word Elvery in a sentence, please?
I do not have a target.
I'm in Void Elvery is working out for me? Maybe that's what I said. There's someone stuck under rubble. Okay, we gotta go save them. Hold on. This way? Oh, yes. Get them out. Pick up this person. Void Elvery is working out for me, it's true.
Victory lies ahead.
I feel like if we can see them, we can't leave them even though the quest is complete, so we're gonna save a few more.
Glory to the
So I don't feel like a
Sindora.
jerk. I thought I saw one more, but I'm not seeing them anymore, so I guess they ran for it on their own. We're safe. Eretor is here. Run to the boats. Also me. I am also here, although I admit in this current conflict, perhaps you are not sure if I am on your side. But I am. Please don't punch me in the face.
I am out of range. I need to target something first.
Eretor, champion! The evacuating ships are under attack!
I greet you on behalf of Silver.
With your help, many will live to see the safety of Silvermoon.
The beauty of
The citizens
Amazon
have boarded the
and-
ships. They will soon reach the safety of Silvermoon.
Okay.
Silvermoon prosper.
Thank you, Entrin. These rescue missions are rarely as straightforward as they seem. There is always one more threat that appears that you didn't account for.
I greet you on behalf of
No!
Silver.
Zalatat's host has opened portals above the strait. Void creatures spill out and descend upon the refugees' ships. We have to safeguard the civilians. Those Dragonhawks have been empowered with the light. They should give you enough power to defeat the Void Beasts and rescue the fleeing civilians.
The light
Oh,
of-
sure.
If we don't protect those ships, we'll have sent the people aboard them to die.
Fair enough, but I gotta say it's gonna hurt to sit on this bird.
Clear the skies and rescue any survivors you can find.
Alright. Shooting stuff. It keeps surprising me that this quest is using old style flight and not dynamic flight. But also you can't use I think part of the issue is you can't use space to go up. And that
You
is
got
really
them all.
throwing me.
Thank the light. They've sunk a ship. Throw the survivor a rope. You did it, champion. The civilians escaped the devouring host.
Turallion forgets that victory means nothing if it costs us everything in return.
Correct.
The beauty of Eversong endures.
The ships have crossed the strait, and the refugees have made it safely to Silvermoon. Thank you, Entry. You have done my people a great service.
Silvermoon prospers.
Sunwell says, I do have one objection to the bridge. What is the objection to the bridge? I think that we have to headcanon that it's way, way taller. You mean like it's not even on the map as a thing? Because otherwise they've bisected the harbor space. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. I think it's way taller. Honestly, I also don't know if I think it's always there, or if it can be like a magical construct that they can manifest and get rid of, even though that's like an incredible ritual undertaking.
Seek forgiveness,
I just don't know that it's always there personally. Hey, look! It's Gidwin and Terranar. They were together. I do not have a deep affection for this quest line because I actually never completed it. But I know a lot of people do, and Songvale was worried initially when we found Terranar in Silvermoon and did not yet have a quest to go find Gidwin. They are together, and they're hanging out. Hello again, Panda. Unless you're saying hello to Gidwin and Tarnar.
What do we need to do?
The High Exarch commanded us to assemble his Vanguard of the Light,
And I keep saying of the light.
The High Exarch commanded us to assemble his Vanguard of Light and attack the devouring host. I do not regret my delay
We should help.
of that order, but he will have noticed my absence. We should make haste and assemble with the others.
Better to seek forgiveness than permission. Mount up, champion. We must get to the gate before the Vanguard attacks.
All right, are you gonna get on a mount, or are you just gonna run really fast? I guess you're just gonna run really fast. Okay. Panda says, just saying hello. All right. Songvale says, I think the guardhouse in the middle of the bridge probably remains. Yeah, like sort of a sentry tower.
Lorthamar could have handled the evacuation, Eretor. You're needed with the Vanguard.
Turallion campaigning for worst dad in Azeroth. Panda says she has to go now. See me later. Alright, thanks for stopping by. See you later. Songvale says she can see the spans of bridge on either side of it being demanifested with ritual efforts. Yes. I think that's what we should have as our headcanon for the existence of a bridge and how it works.
Ready to fight the fight?
We can do more good off the line, maybe even prevent some casualties. I know how the Void works, and you're a legend.
And I also know how the Void works. And you're also a legend.
Every evil I've faced.
Champion, I am glad to hear so many of the Sindori survived. Even though this was contrary to my orders to the Vanguard, you are not under my command. You acquitted yourself well. Eretor did not.
Vanguard of the Light, form a line. Hold this gate.
Let's do some good. Ready to fight the fight?
The High Exarch has formed an impressive defensive line. It will hold the devouring host's current numbers. But I can see void pylons behind the lines. Those will call forth more devouring host and overwhelm the Vanguard of Light. Their power is too dangerous for us to destroy directly, but if we can reactivate the sentinels that fell in the initial assault, they could destroy the pylons for us.
We should help. What do we need to do?
The devouring host are composed of horrors from the depths of the void, but they are still in armor with soldiers and leaders. Amongst that sea of void walkers, I notice there are singular creatures. Whether commander or mascot to the host, removing them from the battlefield will help to break their lines.
Better to seek forgiveness than permission. Too far away.
Acquire a target.
We are headed in. Thank you, Eritrea.
I do not have a target.
Coming in to help. I am aware that that one ability is able to be activated. It feels weird to use what feels like a cooldown in normal fight rotation.
Forgive my father's tone. We don't always see eye to eye on things, to say the least.
And what's difficult about that is that I'm pretty sure it's like a key.
High Exarch Turalian is a vaunted battlefield commander, though I think he sometimes forgets how to be anything else.
Sunwell says I should never end up using these items because it feels like a waste. Oh, these ones? Yeah, I often feel like they're really not necessary. But I mean this button. But this is like a key piece of the Devourer rotation, so I probably actually really should be using it.
That creature's might, it was in such pain. When I was overcome by wrath, I lashed out in my pain. Is it the same for the void as it is for the light?
Sunwell says, I don't understand why my Fury Drainmate seems so random when I'm in Metamorphosis. Yeah, what I'm kind of figuring out is it helps it not to drain if I'm able to constantly pick up.
The Vanguard has faith in the light, and so do I. But I've also felt it fill me with wrath. And I'm not sure what to think when it does.
I must get closer.
Picking up souls the whole time seems to pause it, as well as using Void Ray. So I think the goal is to be picking up souls as constantly as you can. But then also use Void Ray like every time it's off cooldown. Because it seems like doing damage also can cut off even more souls to pick up. But I did feel like just as I was leveling, it would feel very erratic from level to level. So there might also be a weird level scaling curve on it.
My mother Ilaria would know better than anyone how to fight the void. But I haven't seen her for weeks. I just hope. Let's focus on activating the Sentinels.
And then when you're totally out of combat, it still drains, but it drains slower at least. I like that I just smashed the light crystal and that apparently makes it more light filled. Interesting premise, interesting premise. I guess like the light crystal sees the void entity and then gets mad. And that's how it gets charged. Exactly, Songo says I have to slap it and make it angry. Perfect.
I am out of range.
Zalatat's forces are not just content to eliminate us. They work to destroy all records and history of Velves. Help us safeguard the archives in Dawnstar Village.
Says Prophet Velen.
Eternal sun guides us.
Alright, Alright, we need 4 more Twilight Saboteurs.
Too far away. I must get closer.
We'll be able to move on. One more after this. Let's take this ogre. He's gonna get more than he bargained for. Mouth lasers!
Look around you. Look above you. The void opens your eyes to all possible futures. And in every single one of them, your world is mine to claim.
Unless I claim it. What if I'm the news outlet? Like, well, so she hates that it's a mouth laser. It shouldn't come from there. Well, what if I'm like low-key dragging it, you know? Like it's a fire breath. Only dragons get to do that. What if Entrin wishes he was a dragon?
I am out of range.
The armies of the void are vast and varied. You are not prepared for what awaits
Uncle says then he can go make more questionable choices to accomplish it. Well, the first questionable choice he's gonna make is firing void energy out of his mouth.
The light will protect you.
Zalata, forgive my failure.
Oh, I think I'm clicking on this, and that's what's opening the map. I was like, why does this keep happening to me? I do not need the map right now. Ooh. You're quite large. Too many eyes and mouths, yeah. Particularly eyes, really. I could deal with the two, and also, I don't know what's going on your whole underside, why it's made of octopus suction cups, but that's gotta stop.
I require a target.
Like, this is one of those creatures that I'm like, oh, it's fine, and then I actually, like, look at it, and I'm like, that's not fine at all. Indeed, that is a terrible creature. Thank God Entrin didn't eat one of those. Imagine being a commissions artist, and you've been asked to draw someone's Void Elf Demon Hunter who's just an Anthro one of those.
I do not have a target.
Alright, 5 for 5, and they are taking it down. Turalian doing a little bit of a fist bump
You
there.
little people and your struggles. Delicious. You still believe your heroics can defeat my devouring host? My forces are as boundless as my power. My fun is just beginning.
At least this thing is not as terrible in its way. You know, it's just an angry purple dinosaur. You can handle those. Oh, well, this thing is terrible. Okay, this thing is bad. I'll grant that. I would really appreciate it if you stopped putting stuff on the ground. That broke my cast timers for all my abilities.
The light will protect you.
Thank you. Sunwell says, "What a terrible creature. Hopefully it won't have suction cups when we get there." Yeah, I hope so. Or I hope not. You know what I mean. I don't want suction cups. Thank you, Eritor, but ouch. Yeah, we're really not appreciating that, like, this would hurt.
Eritor, you broke formation. The light chose for you
Totally
to
saved
be
your butt,
here.
dude.
The forces of the void have underestimated the power of the light.
Another of the light's chosen champions.
With those void pylons destroyed, the devouring host has weakened. We may have a chance at winning this.
The void has no place in Azeroth.
Going behind our lines was reckless. Was this Eritor's idea? He has been so headstrong lately. Sorry, Entrin. I shouldn't air this family business. I will admit that your actions have aided the Vanguard of Light in this battle.
Sunwell says, "I don't know what you mean. The void is taking your mind. Maybe I want suction cups now." No, I don't. I can definitively say that I like cool glow effects, but do not need suction cups. Sunwell says, "I don't think going behind friendly lines is reckless." Yeah, I think that line was misspoken. It should have been going behind enemy lines. Alright, 121. These are not upgrades. We'll just take the one that sells for more.
The light chose for you to be here.
Entrin, I have a mission for you. There is a contingent of Shadowguard ethereals to the northeast. They appear to be looting the buildings, but that could change in a moment. The Vanguard cannot afford to be flanked as we advance. Take out their leader and decimate their forces while we engage the host.
There is no darkness that will not flee before the light.
I answer to the light.
The armory here stores legendary weapons and artifacts, blessed with the power of the light due to their proximity to the Sunwell. While we are pinned down by the host, the ethereals are looting these treasures. Entrin, secure these holy artifacts. They are our best weapons against the void. Use them to cut down these invaders if you have the need.
We cannot allow these ethereals to pillage our sacred artifacts.
On that we agree. Eritor, hold the line. Champion, seize those weapons.
I am finding that Windblade feels quite warm. I'm wondering if, like, she was doing okay when I was playing at launch, but I wonder if this plus streaming is just a lot to ask of her. So these weapons are cool. If you have ever run the Tempest Keep raid in Burning Crusade, you get to loot a bunch of legendary weapons, or there's like 7 or 8 of them that drop. And usually, as I understand it, there would be like big discussions about, you know, which members of the raid would get to loot them and use them for big DPS boost to take down Kael'thas, which I think it's neat that they remember that and brought them back as, you know, they're in storage here. And then their proximity is causing them to be ultra light charged. Sunwell says, "I suppose that does seem like a lot." And no, I did the a lot typo. Do you remember when people used to post that, like, mammoth looking creature, the a lot?
I must get closer.
Sunwell says she does. Now that is my friend's face. My friend is at her keyboard, but she is now in a lot. I can't fire this bow while moving. I'm just not that cool, I guess. Not that cool. I think I could fire the bow while moving.
I do not have a target.
Sunwell is angry. Why? The Alots are kind of cute. In a sort of, like, feather duster sort of way. They're probably huggable. Sunwell says they are cute, but they look unintelligent. That's true, but we still love Haruko. Even though sometimes she dumb. She's still very lovable. I should, you know, it occurs to me, like, these are good potions, and I've been getting a lot of them on my main. I should use them. They heal 50% of your health. Immensely valuable. Sunwell says Haruko isn't unintelligent, she's just a jock. Have you been using the healing potions, Sunwell? Not that this is necessary because he's basically dead, but you know.
My people!
We did it. Okay, we are still short 2 weapons. And I'm not entirely sure where they are. Oh, they might be up here because I remember this dude is stealing our stuff. Like, look, he's got all the furniture. Sunwell says I have to figure out how to put them on my bar because right now they're buried in the chaotic depths of my inventory, which makes them stressful to find in a crisis. Your bars are stressful. I am not gonna lie. I understand that you have like a system to it, but like I look at them and I can't quite figure out what the system is, and like it doesn't like count up in like a row, like 1, 2, 3. It'll be like 3, 2, 4, and 1 is up above, and like I don't understand your keybinds at all. And I'm glad that as a guild we don't have to commit to the same set of keybinds because I don't think I could play with your keybinds. Your bars stress me out a lot.
Too far away.
Thank you, Light. You've recovered the artifacts.
Pongo says those jellyfish taking the stuff are really funny, but they offend me by taking the stuff. I will admit that Eledris' side of the screen bars actually have no system, but they're still not as stressful as my bags. Bags are difficult. I like an add-on like this that lets me just look at one thing, although I feel like it used to be better. Like sometimes some items don't get sorted into the correct category, and given that it's like a labeling system by Blizz, not the add-on maker, it is a Blizz issue.
I require a target.
So I wish Blizz handled that a little differently. Clear out some of these extra items so that ours doesn't get super stressful. I've got eyeballs, I've got rotting insect eggs. I sure know what to pick up. I am definitely selective and thoughtful about what things I touch with my own hands and put in my own bags. Alright, dead. Continue onward.
Vanguard is here to protect.
Excellent work, Entrin. I knew I could count on you.
Do not let this evil shake your resolve.
I am the blade of the light.
Were they just here to loot us? Or did they have some reason to seek out weapons of the light? I'll save that speculation for later. The Vanguard can use these weapons now. With them, we will push this devouring host off Quel'Danas.
Alright, we just want the one that is worth the most money, I think, because we had all the ketchup there. Songvale is finally coming over to the dark side and admitting that Entrin does have good spelling.
The Void has come for Azeroth.
Entrin, the time has come. We push these fiends back to Sun's Reach Harbor. We drive them back into their accursed Void portal and drive them from these sacred shores.
Be the
For
light,
the light,
the
for
Vanguard of
Azeroth.
the light. With me! Push these invaders back to the Void that spawned them! For the light!
There's been a lot of furniture moving in the rooms around me, and I wonder if someone's moving out. We started at like 7:30 this morning. I feel like there's just really not a good appreciation that like some of these things that are helping other people are, you know, mainly gonna hurt Entrin.
Hurry, champion. We need your help against that behemoth.
Light agent.
Let's do this.
Channel the light from the weapons you recovered. Drive this monster back to the Void!
This is just mean making Entrin do this.
Vanguard! Redouble your efforts!
Not a problem. Actually, we're gonna go to the top.
Today, the Void learns the power of light is supreme!
The old warrior thinks this will be his crowning achievement.
Show yourself, witch!
A paladin staring down the might of the void with only the absolute conviction that he is right. So brave in the light.
His face, oh my goodness.
How will you fare lost in the void? You are only fragile mortals.
I will appreciate Entrin
You
if Rowling doesn't.
never had a chance.
His face animated in the most incredible manner.
Double event.
I answer to the light.
By the light, we cannot win this battle. Our only hope lies in the Sunwell.
Andaria shall
We need to fall back. This is not a battle that we can win. Not like this. But there is still hope. The Sunwell. It brought the Vanguard of the Light here to defend it. It brought you, Entrin. Fall back to the Sunwell chamber and defend it for as long as we can. I have faith the Light did not intend for us to lose this day.
Aldiel Shalom.
Turallion, we must regroup at the Sunwell before it's too late!
Damn it all! Vanguard, fall back!
Duralian definitely does not love Entrin. I did see that you said that there was somebody who had a warglaive that was just a chainsaw. I mean, that tracks, doesn't it? That sounds like something an Illidari person would do.
Champion,
Alright.
mount up! Retreat to the Sunwell!
Alright, once again, we are sitting on actual
We
fire.
made it. Light preserve us.
Turallion is rallying the survivors to the Sunwell chamber.
We will beseech the light once more to help us push back the devouring host.
I love this mount so much.
The Sunwell brought us salvation before. We must have faith that it will happen again.
Here we go. I think we are... I'm not sure. I think we're somewhat near to the end of this. I've
You are
been
the last of the
surprised.
Vanguard to make it.
I am very surprised that we did not talk about the fact at all that I'm a Void Elf. That surprises me a lot. But I am going to stand up and get a renewed cup of coffee. So I will be right back. Sunwell, I hope you are also enjoying your coffee. And Sunwell also says she would have expected there to be some special dialogue about it. Yeah. Just because there is special dialogue that acknowledges Blood Elves. I'm glad that coffee is good. I'll be right back. Let's give it back to the Void.
Pleasantries can wait.
Thank the light. Everyone from the Vanguard that survived is in the Sunwell chamber. Now that you are here, we can begin.
I am the blade
Our
of the
attempts to
light.
fight Xalatath's devouring host have failed. Our only hope is to call upon the light once more and trust that there was a reason it brought this Vanguard together. Entrin, you and Erator need to protect the Sunwell from the devouring host. With so few of us left, we cannot spare any more defenders. Our faith in the light will save us.
Shorel arrived.
Once we start the ritual, Xalatath will send her forces to this entrance to stop us. You must hold them back until the ritual is complete.
Sunwell says, what are you giving back to the Void? Do not give it to the Sunwell, please. We're gonna give it the old what for? Just full of punches. A little bit of routing, you know?
Fight well.
Nothing will get past me. powered by suns and... Oh, right. We have to go in here. This would be so painful. Somebody did point out, actually, in lore, though, that, like, the difference between, say, Entren and Illyria is that Illyria's void, whatever, was because she literally consumed the dying Naru. So her void would be much stronger than even, like, Umbric's void taint. So if that helps anybody feel safer about this whole Void Elf, Devourer, Demon Hunter business being next to the Sunwell, just remember that. Sunwell says that mildly helps her feel better about it. Well, may your willingness eventually become spicy. Your acceptance? Not willingness. You know what I'm trying to say, hopefully.
I must get closer.
Fungo says spicy willingness sounds like what Turalian has for stabbing people. True. And the light are just definitely the good guys all the time without questions asked, right? Right? Decayed humanoid flesh. This person has a demon named Half Hug. Their demon's name is literally Christian Side Hug.
I am out of range.
Says yesterday she got to loot a digested human hand.
Too far away.
That's great. Half Hug is hilarious. Alright, it's time to go defeat the big void.
It is not ready yet.
Pray for your Penuel. It will not save you from Zalatar.
No, but me just being better at void than you will save us.
We will extinguish the Sunwell's radiance.
That seems unlikely. Half Hug is,
Light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace I am made one with all that is sacred.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path.
The light flows through me, and by its grace I am made one with all that is sacred.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace I am made one with all that is sacred.
Another miracle. Light be praised.
It isn't over, Liadrin. Our friends inside can't maintain this ritual indefinitely.
Have faith, Erator. This is the light of our salvation.
Erator's struggling. I do feel like Erator's kind of stupid hair design is probably meant to, like, give him a mix of features between his dad and his mom. Like, it's got that punk look to it, and then his armor is his dad. Sunwell says the spookiness of the music when she says that is very foreboding. I think that it goes very much with the fact that Erator is very suspicious of the light following his experience with it consuming him. Hydration alert. Alright, we are drinking deep from that coffee. The fish is gone. Oh! I know why. It's because I turned everything off to film the first couple minutes of midnight. Oh, this is my fault. Hold on a second. We gotta turn them back on. My nameplate hasn't been there either. Alright, why don't you try it again? See if we get the fish this time. There we go. Fishy, fishy.
Anaria Shala.
May the light bless and protect you, Entren. Your defense of the Sunwell Chamber made this miracle possible. We have not beaten Xalatath, but we have forestalled the invasion of her devouring host. We now have the time to catch our breath and discover what we must do to defeat her.
Remain vigilant.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
It would be an understatement to say things between Silvermoon and the Alliance are often tense and uneasy. I thank you for setting aside any prejudices you might have had and lending your strength to the defense of Silvermoon and the Sunwell. We have Xalatath's forces held for now, but this is far from over. I would include you in our next steps. Meet me at the Sanctum of Light.
Our strength lies...
The vanguard of the light will need quarters and supplies.
I will consider it after I have consulted with the others.
I love that this quest text was not altered for anybody besides Alliance, because it seems like I'm the one who should be prejudiced against him. Although, honestly, that could be a really thoughtful diplomacy tactic. Because if he came out the gate saying, like, you should be grateful to us that we're not killing you right now when we have just helped defend the Sunwell and the Sunwell needed that extra support from, like, just Alliance people being summoned to help, I can see that being a choice to not acknowledge the fact that, like, the undead, or not the undead, what the heck, the Alliance are more of a problem force in that relationship than the Blood Elves were, at least initially. But it is weird that, like, Void Elves are not a special case issue. And I put my chat down, so now I can't see anything. Ah, we celebrated the return of the fishy. Does feel like the case though. Oh, I got a message in my chat box here. Here, I'll move it so y'all can see it. Nearby guard glares at me and the void energy that I surround myself with. So there is some level of acknowledgement. Sungo says, yay! I have been noticed. I love the strings picking back up for that final repetition of the motif there.
You are not needed. That isn't your decision to make.
Hello.
What is it?
Oh. Romath stares at me with disdain.
We have overcome much.
Pleasantries can wait.
My duty is to protect the whole of Eversong.
Aldiel Shalah.
The eternal sun still guides
I'm
us.
glad you've arrived. Let's begin.
The light of the Sunwell be
We
with
shall all weigh in on the situation. Lorthamar glances at Umbric and Ramath. As you can see, there are many tensions at play. Please, give us a moment to discuss. Sunwell says, I think I feel like the Sunwell priests have to have been involved in that ritual, but then the Vanguard entirely took it over later on and aren't doing it with the same care, focus, expectations, or technique as Sunwell priests would. That makes sense to me. I accept.
We shall not falter.
Silvermoon is grateful for your aid.
The Sunwell holds the Void Storm at bay for now, but its current state cannot be sustained forever.
And there's no telling how it could be affecting the rest of Eversong, especially the Lightbloom. We need an alternative course of action.
We Randori can aid you in finding one. Grant us entry into Silvermoon.
Absolutely not! Your mere presence would risk defiling the Sunwell with void magic.
Then it seems we have nothing more to discuss. I'll continue my research in Tranquillion, should you choose to see reason.
The Grand Magister is right about one thing. Protecting the Sunwell is our top priority. The Vanguard of the Light will see to its defense.
Your aid was timely and welcome, Turallion. But remember that Silvermoon and the Sunwell belong to the Sin'dorei. You are guests in our fair city.
Guests, allies, and saviors, Lorthamar. Rest assured that we will guard your city and your people with the full strength of the light.
Ah, but will they want to be the people that the light apparently demands them to be? That will be the question.
Baladash, Malanori.
There are those that will disagree with my decision, but I will not have us lose our home. If we must host temporary guests, so be it.
What I do.
Now that the matter is settled, you should acquaint yourself with Silvermoon. There are a few key civilians I'd like informed about your presence here. You should check in with them. Show them my signet ring. They'll know you've my permission to be here. But please, take care where you go, and stay in the outer city to avoid any issues.
Aldiel.
I'll speak to the Vanguard, while you get the other matters settled.
Alright. Ooh. Well, there isn't as much acknowledgement as I was hoping, or frankly expected, given that, like, I definitely could tell when I was being acknowledged as a blood elf, and felt like it wouldn't make sense if it just subbed in a different racial word, or racial identifier word. You get a racial label. So I'm a little surprised that it wasn't more acknowledged, but that is okay.
This better be important.
So, you are the champion I have heard so much about. Many of my people are still alive thanks to your efforts at the Sunwell. You have my gratitude. Now, if I can only convince these elves that this war is more important than just their city.
You have already taken so many of my Blood Knights to empower the Sunwell. Quel'Thalas is largely undefended.
And I am telling you that it is still not enough. Only by the faith of our forces is the Sunwell holding back the Void.
The Sunwell must not fall.
Then make sure we have everything we need and keep enemies off our backs.
General, perhaps you could see to our forces at the Sunwell. I will discuss matters with the Regent Lord.
As you will it, High Exarch. Vanguard, collect every weapon not nailed to a wall and let's move out.
Sunwell says, I feel like General Bellamy is raid boss material. Absolutely. I feel like we might save Turallion. He might figure it out. Bellamy is a raid boss. Sunwell says, back in a bit. Vet calling. Alright.
Make use of our coffers.
Lorthamar has requested that we be allowed to use your services.
The last I saw shadows descend on Quel'Danas, Arthas marched on our kingdom with his army of Scourge. Now another army marches in our streets, saying they're here for our protection. Are you certain of that?
Well, I don't intend to follow their instructions. I think that's pretty clear. The up above? Guess so. Alright, we'll head on up there. I do struggle a little bit with, like, understanding or grasping, a Z dimension, like a Z axis in World of Warcraft.
Sinu Amanore.
Lorthamar has requested that we be allowed to use your Dragonhawks for travel.
That surge from the Sunwell set off the Dragonhawks. They know when there's danger. I've never seen them this unnerved. If the animals are this affected, what about the rest of Eversong?
I really hope that we get to collect this coloration of Dragonhawk. That one's my favorite. Of all of the ones in the not glowy version. This one is my favorite, so I really hope we get that one. See, what are we gonna learn over here? The transit nexus? Ah, portal back to Stormwind, I imagine.
Baladash Malanore.
I do not believe you possess the mental acuity to grasp the nature of portal magic. Lorthamar has allowed us to stay in the city for the time being, and we're gonna need access to your portals.
That burst of energy from the Sunwell, it was more powerful than any magic I've ever encountered. And I am well practiced. They say that army protects us, but I heard the surge was their doing. Do they even understand what they meddle with?
Probably not. We're being totally real. They probably do not. And frankly, the alternative, if they do understand, is worse. They would know what they were doing to people.
Baladash Malanore.
Put my heartstone here.
Sunwell's glory shine on with all that has happened, that utterly mad vortex of shadow in the sky. Guests are leaving in droves. If I weren't overseeing this place, I'm not so certain I'd still be here myself. If you wish a room, it is yours.
Excellent. I do feel like using my Void Wings in Silvermoon is a little bit flaunty. Maybe I should refrain from doing that. That might help everyone be a little more comfortable. Although I do still have a Void Tentacle sticking out of the back of my head, and Void Bits on my armor.
I will help if I
Hello,
can.
Anduin.
The pleasure is mine.
I'll be working with the Reliquary as they venture deep into hostile territory. Was there something you need? Lorthamar will need the services of the Reliquary.
Of course. The Reliquary will lend aid wherever it's needed. Let me know if you're interested as well.
Interesting. So I noticed that Anduin was here and just walked away without saying anything when I did this the first time. I thought it maybe was a horde thing, but it looks like nope, it's just acknowledging that maybe acknowledging that he knows her. I do think that she frequently has been a spy for the Alliance because she was friends with Varian. Maybe that is what it is acknowledging? I'm not sure. But I think as a Horde character, I am not allowed actually in the area with the red banners. So we're gonna go this way. Try to respect even the tiniest amount of rules for Alliance people, which apparently means that there's no longer rules for Void Elves. Unless you're Umbric. Can I go through here to get out? Did they retain that element of Blood Elf Inns? I don't think so. I think this is gonna lead me down to the prey objectives. It did. Yep.
With perseverance, strength, Sunwell's glory.
Well, let's see if this is a way out. Is it just going down further? Alright, that's probably not what we want then. Is this one just gonna go down further? Ah, out to a street. Excellent. That is what we needed. We are now in Murder Row.
Baladash Malanore.
The Alliance is not welcome beyond this gate. This is as far as you go, hero.
The Alliance will be staying here slightly longer than expected.
We shall not falter. The gates behind me are restricted to members of the Horde only. Avoid the red banners and trees, or there will be consequences.
Oh, they color-coded the trees. That's cool, too. I kind of want to find out what the consequences are. Can we find out? Sunwell says, yes, there are rules for Void Elves. She has just come back. Agatha did good and is recovering. Was she already at the vet? How did she get there? This is absolute Void Elf behavior. Out of bounds. Guard's eyes are on me. Alright, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do you just teleport me out? Or do you kill me? Oh. Okay. Good to know. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Not good. Not good. So that's interesting. It isn't even like a teleport out. It's like a we will kill you if you do not respect this. Your mother brought her, because it's right next door to the vet. Is your mom not working in the next town down? Obviously, I'm refraining from saying any town names. This is cute. Look. We got a tea party with dinos. This one is drinking. So she's back at the deer one now since tax season started. Ah, okay. Well, that's convenient. They've reopened the office. She's having tea. Look at that. That's so cute. And then we got card games over here. But I have to admit, this is very cute. Such a good dino. Oh no. Alright, well let us go turn in this quest, and then we will have successfully gotten a Void Elf into the story. I will still be interested to see if, you know, throughout Eversong or anything, any of it is acknowledged that I'm a Void Elf, because I do know that Void Elves are part of that story. You know, Umbrick had said, like, well, okay, we'll be in Tranquillian, and so the next part of the story is Tranquillian based. So we'll see. We'll see. Daycare. Oh, here's the daycare. We got a kiddie pool with some floaties. We got swings. Cute. Very cute. What are they doing over here? Oh, the story time? She's going through this book extremely fast. Alright, well, since I don't want to go back down through Murder Row, we're gonna jump.
You're needed in Fairbreeze, champion. A problem with the light bloom. With perseverance, strength.
Remember, you are a guest here. Your aid is appreciated, but our rules must be followed while you are within these walls.
Yeah, I did find out that you would just murderize me if I didn't do that, so I'll pay attention.
In recent years, small pockets of wild growth we call light bloom have blossomed throughout Eversong. A curiosity for our local botanists, for the most part. However, the Magistrix in Fairbreeze is asking for help with the local light bloom. Every capable hand I have is focused on holding back the Void Storm, but if the Magistrix cannot handle the matter herself, it requires swift attention. I'd like you to see to the issue. Magister Ramath can provide you with an arcane projector to keep in touch.
The light of... Use this arcane projector to keep us informed.
Eritor, you may be needed at the Sunwell.
This light bloom might actually be of use to the Vanguard. At the very least, I need to find out.
I am the Blade of the Light.
Is everything all right, Lady Liadrin? You've said little since we arrived.
My apologies. My thoughts are with the Sunwell. I did not expect it to react with such force.
You ask, and the light provides. Need it be more complicated than that?
She speaks of the Sunwell, not the light.
Your fount was blessed by the heart of Anaru. It is one and the same.
I suggest you hold your tongue, High Exarch. That fount you so blithely pretend to understand predates the existence of human civilization. And in all that time, I have never heard of the Sunwell reacting with that kind of aggression. Liadrin, what was that beam of light?
I wish I knew. It holds back the void, yet I still wonder if the Sunwell is capable of such power. What else will it do?
That question worries me, Liadrin. Is it wrong for it to do so?
The effects of the Sunwell have never been malicious. It has blessed Eversong's forests with small groves of light bloom for years.
Small at first, but Fairbreeze now reports a problem. If the Sunwell is aggressive, what of the light bloom?
These worries will lead you nowhere, Regent Lord. As long as the Vanguard maintains the connection to the Sunwell, the light will see us through. Have faith. That is all that is needed from you.
Perhaps you should save your words for when they are asked for, High Exarch. I suspect they would be better received.
Addition of that diplomatic advice. Alright, well we will head over to Fairbreeze, but I believe that will make an excellent point to close out the stream for today. I am glad to hear that everything is alright with Agatha. I thought it would be something that had not yet occurred, so that is great. I'm sure she will be sore for a little bit, but I hope she will be happier long term. Sunwell says they always do surgeries really early. I guess that makes sense because then there's a long period of time for them to monitor them throughout the whole day. The vet is sending home a sedative on suspicion that Agatha is too athletic for her own good. Yeah. Yeah, I do think you're gonna have a problem with Agatha being, as the vet puts it, athletic.
Sinu amanore.
Alright, we have reached Fairbloom. I'm gonna go into the inn, get that rested bonus, although to be honest I enjoy the leveling so much that I don't really mind either way. But let's find a cozy place. Oh, there's no upstairs. We have to go outside to go upstairs? That makes sense. This would only work in a place that is perpetually held in fairly nice weather. So is she gonna come home with your mom then too? Void bed. Perfect. Hawkstrider should probably... That's true. I don't know how the Hawkstrider got in here, but... I really like this curtain, sparkly curtain that's around me. Sunwell says, nope, she's gonna go pick her up. Alrighty. Well, I am glad everything that went well for her. I, for my part, will be headed into work here. Eventually. I do want to take a look, though. My computer just feels quite warm, and I'm wondering... And we're not maxed out. Our CPU temperature is pretty high, but not at a dangerous level. Just surprised. I guess I will have to find a way to power the little fan thing, as it at least helps it push that heat away a little bit faster, even if it... I think it seems to hold the same internal temperatures, but the outside case of the laptop does not get quite so hot, and I feel like that is probably a good thing. You are most welcome for stream. Of course, I will still be around chit-chatting. I'm sure that you are supposed to be doing work, but if you feel like writing roleplay posts, by all means. For my part, I will probably stand up and get dressed, get ready to go, and then, you know I'm probably going to sign right back into midnight, and just kind of pal around and see what I get up to. So, thanks for coming out. And I will see you, potentially, as well as anyone else who would like to join us for Genshin Impact tomorrow morning at about the same time. We are still in early Liyue, which is the second continent. And, you know, at this point, I think you can still figure out pretty easily what the story is. So feel free to come check it out. Certainly, if you like the visual style of Midnight, but wish it was slightly more anime, you will probably like the way Genshin Impact looks. So, come check it out. But for now, this is the end. Goodbye. Have a good day, everybody. I want to doot doot. I want to doot doot to go goodbye. This is ridiculous.